Introducing new Loco Kickin' Chicken from El Pollo Loco, fresh from the grill. So here he comes, Clayton Kershaw, ready to go on a perfect night for baseball against the Pittsburgh Pirates in his third start off of the disabled list. And facing this lineup for Pittsburgh, brought to you by 76. It starts with a rookie, Austin Meadows, and then Josh Harrison and Gregory Polanco, who's the only hitter in this lineup that has homered against Kershaw in his career. Diaz bats clean up. David Freese up into the 5 spot. Josh Bell, first start of the series for him. Then it's Dickerson at left and Mercer at short. Those two guys the most productive last night for the Pirates. Kershaw Thursday against the Cubs, 0-1 run over 5 innings as he continues to kind of take a step each time and get closer and closer to the guy that we're used to.
Yeah, we're getting used to a good fastball, and he is starting to show that above 92 miles an hour. What I really like is he's starting to strike the breaking ball. Public enemy number one, the curveball, is starting to be thrown for more strikes and starting to get chased more. So you think of somebody coming back from some tightness in their back. The extension that brings the ball down adds a little velocity, and the sharpness and ability to locate is back on the breaking stuff.
And the Dodgers 29-13 since mid-May, the best record in the National League in that span. And opening action tonight within a game and a half of the Diamondbacks. The Pirates, meanwhile, they were a first-place team in mid-May. They've gone 14-27 since. Only the New York Mets have been worse over the last month and a half. And the struggling Pirates. What a view for that young man.
You better be recording that.
Or woman. Here we go. Off we go with strike one. Hard to tell at that age. You know, you should never assume.
We can assume a Dodger fan.
We can. I think that's safe.
And going to be taught to be a Clayton Kershaw fan, looking at the 2 jerseys there.
A curve is lifted to right, and Matt Kemp comes on to put it away. Meadows the first out.
Second baseman number 5, Josh Harrison.
Kershaw has faced the Pirates several times in his career, and Pittsburgh's actually put up pretty good numbers against him. Last 3 starts against the Pirates, Kershaw 0-2 with an ERA above 5. That's a little bit skewed as Josh Harrison gets ready to bat. And the reason is one of those starts was his final start before going on the DL for 2 months 2 years ago. He was beginning to feel that back issue. It kept him out for all of July, all of August. Challenges Harrison with a fastball, and it's fouled back 1-1.
Everybody is maintaining certain things throughout a career, throughout a season, trying to keep stiffness away, trying to keep pain subsided. Everybody plays hurt. You go on the DL when you're injured. So I think you're right as far as giving him a mulligan on that start before going on the DL. You watch production before guys go on the DL, and if it's not an abrupt acute injury that just like, oh, there it happened. If it's something that's maybe been over the long haul, you will see maybe that production decline, and it gets to a point where they go, you know what, between the pain you're dealing with and the production's going down, we need to go fix this.
Kershaw home with a 1-2, and Harrison flips it to center field. That's where Kike Hernandez makes a running catch. 2 up and 2 down.
Anybody who makes a play in the Dodger outfield or infield, you actually can then start talking about their hitting.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's hitting.
It's a natural segue for all of these guys. Well, what happened last night in that 17-1 win? Dodgers have won 3 of 4 against the Pirates this year. And over the last 2 years, they are 9-2 against Pittsburgh. 2 out, first inning, and Gregory Polanco. Strike one. Overshadowed with the offensive explosion was what Alex Wood did last night.
Won his 4th start in a row and has really gotten into a groove. And congratulations to Caleb Ferguson, who got a save for pitching 3 scoreless innings. They didn't need to be scoreless, but he finished the game, and that qualifies him for a save no matter how big the lead.
3rd straight game. The bullpen has put up all zeros. Kershaw to Polanco. Little bit, well, bottom of the zone. 1-2. Polanco saying, I'm like 6'6". To most humans, that might be a strike, but that's at my ankles, man.
Generous call. Don't expect to get that throughout the game, but you're glad to get it right there.
And those high or low ones are the ones that you're going to hear it from the dugout on. And Manny Gonzalez already hearing it and already firing back at Clint Hurdle.
Umpires will take a little bit more lip when they deep down know they missed it.
1-2. Gregory Polanco out of the Dominican Republic. 26 years old, Santo Domingo native. Finally putting it all together for the Pirates these last few weeks. He's been one of the best hitters in baseball. On a 2-2 from Kershaw, Polanco hits it foul. The last 14 games, he's hitting .432, leading the league in on-base plus slugging, tapping into some of that potential that they've talked about for so long. Another 2-2. And a towering fly ball to right field, but no big deal for Matt Kemp. On 3 fly balls, Kershaw works a 1-2-3 first. The Dodgers come to bat against Ivan Nova when you come back. Of it, if it ain't broke, right? Max Muncy hits second. Justin Turner, Cody Bellinger, and Matt Kemp. And Dahl does the catching. Taylor's at short, and Kike Hernandez roams center field. Against Ivan Nova, who, yes, has had a bit of a bumpy ride this year. 327 in April, 761 in May, and behind all the numbers, there's a story. And in May, he was dealing with a sprained finger that he hurt while he was fielding a ground ball in late April. June has been much better, 175, and he's 2-0.
This will be his 5th start since coming off the DL, and he has been outstanding since that finger healed.
Jock Peterson, first pitch, goodbye! It's as if last night never ended. 1-0, just like that.
Have a June, Jock Peterson. Now have an amazing start to July. Nova comes hard with a lot of pitches. His 2-seam fastball and his 4-seam fastball. Jock looked like he was just sitting on something firm, And spanked it out of here.
Hit it 437 feet. And on ball one to Max Muncy. Yeah, you mentioned Nova's stuff. Close to 70% fastball. And the Dodgers ready to attack him. 2-0 on Muncy. Goal with a guy like this a lot of times is to scare him away from throwing that fastball in the zone as frequently as he usually does. And that'll go a long way. First one that he throws halfway up the pavilion. Into the next batter, he goes 3-0.
The off-speed pitches are the curveball, which is his best pitch as far as batting average against, and then the other one is the changeup. But as often as he throws the two-seam and four-seam fastball, it's really hard to give him any credit for those other two pitches.
Muncy, fly ball to center. Back goes Meadows. Goodbye again. Back to open the ninth.
What a swing. Another firm fastball down the middle, and Chuck didn't miss it, and either does Max.
Ivan Nova's thrown 2 strikes. They've both turned into home runs, and now over the head of Justin Turner.
It was a breaking ball. I think he was probably just trying to throw the best one of his life with some adrenaline after giving up the 2 home runs. I think it slips out of his hand. Yeah, that's a bad curveball. Dodgers now in their last 9 innings since we haven't gotten an out in this game. 23 hits, 19 runs.
Jeez. He falls behind Turner, 2-0. Ivan Nova, 31-year-old from the Dominican Republic, greeted rudely. Here at start number 16. 3 balls, no strikes. At this point, ball is a better result than strike. Those strikes have been hit out. 4-pitch walk.
Impressive offensive numbers really are not 9 innings because the Dodgers didn't hit in the bottom of the 9th last night. So they are just so hot right now, up and down this lineup.
Those Dodgers so hot right now. That's what the kids say.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Up comes Bellinger with Matt Kemp on deck. And a 2-0 game already. Ground ball up along first and foul. It's the second time in the last 10 games that they started the game with back-to-back home runs. Did it on June 24th in New York as well. The 7 home run game. Kike Hernandez started it. And then Muncy followed him. Tonight, Kike will bat 8th. Over to Bellinger with an 0-1. That's ball 1. Cody hit his 17th last night. He's got 5 in his last 11. And on this 1-1, Bellinger fouls it off, 1-2. Not a bad way to start his night.
Early in the season when he was pitching and pitching well, Wasn't getting any run support. Here tonight, gets it right off the bat. His ERA at 2.84, and he's still looking for his second victory.
Homer walk to start things for the Dodgers, and now 1-2 to Cody Bellinger. Got him swinging with a breaking ball for the first out. And it brings up Matt Kemp, which brings us to our Land Rover Performance Spotlight. Kemp 8 for his last 8 with 2 home runs.
A lot of picture-perfect swings. Line drive after line drive. No bleeders at all, and they have happened early in the count. He doesn't need to see a lot of pitches to understand what the ball is going to do. He attacks right away.
First pitch breaking ball that he can't lay off of, and it's 0-1. Got a very fastball reliant pitcher in Nova, facing the best fastball hitter in baseball this year. Matt Kemp above 400 against heaters. 7 of the 8 hits during this run have been on fastballs. On an 0-1, sticks with a curve, and it's 1-1.
Well, Matt has been absolutely amazing when you look at him hitting the fastball. And then he can, not hitting well off the off-speed stuff, but you know what? If you're hitting the fastball at such a rate, you don't have to even wait for that off-speed pitch and go, oh, okay, I can't hit that. You hit the first fastball. The pitcher's going to have to throw you a fastball or two in and at bat.
2-1.
Just a bat, he's gotten 2 breaking balls, and that was 1 fastball right there. Those 2 home runs on fastballs really do something for the whole lineup. Nova now has to immediately go to secondary stuff early. If he could live with his fastball for an inning or 2, all of a sudden you don't know what the changeup looks like. You don't know what the spin on the curveball looks like. He's got to show it early.
Stuck with a fastball, and it's tapped foul. Yeah, the amazing part, one of the amazing parts of this 8-for-8 run is that he's done it on 18 pitches. This is the deepest at bat we've seen in a few games. Ivan Nova to Matt Kemp with a 2-2. Curve taken low and away, and he's worked it full.
The first one of those he saw, check swing, but went around, got the strike. The second one was a ball out of hand. That was a repeat pitch of the first one, but now he started to see the spin, understands what's going to happen. It was an easier take.
Daring him to throw another fastball. Here comes a 3-2. Got him swinging. Throw down to second. Turner out. Strike him out, throw him out to finish the inning. But it begins with a bang. Jock Peterson on the first pitch of the night. A long home run to right field. Max Muncy follows him. And after an inning at Dodger Stadium, on 2 homers, it's 2-0. first with her 12th home runs, breaking a tie with Paul Goldschmidt. Kershaw worked to 1-2-3 first. Now the middle third of the Pirates order here in the second. Elias Diaz to lead it off. He's got a couple home runs against the Dodgers this year, including last night, to account for the Pirates' lone run. Kershaw coming inside with his first one and missing with a fastball. It's back-to-back games with a homer for the guy that's moved into the starting catcher role with Francisco Cervelli on the DL. On a 1-0 pitch, exit foul.
Since coming off the DL, Clayton Kershaw has had all 1, 2, 3 first innings. It's been perfect coming out of the bullpen.
Boy, this curve spikes, but Diaz can't lay off 1 and 2.
In June, which is the 2 starts him coming back, the curveball strike percentage is in the top 5 in the league. So coming off the DL, he has really started to get people to chase, and he has really started to land it.
Home of the 1-2, and Diaz gets a hold of this curve and serves it into right center for a hit. Hernandez over to cut it off. Diaz on his way to second with a leadoff double. So a good adjustment from Elias Diaz mid at bat after he looks bad on a curve in the dirt. Doubles on the next one he sees.
You can see the bat speed is decelling into it because he's fooled, but he's able to keep it on the path of where the breaking ball ends up and hit that ball solidly to right center.
So the Pirates for their first base runner. And up comes David Freese. Ten-year big league veteran in his 3rd year with the Pirates. Former Cardinal, former Angel. Kershaw delivers a 1-0, and Freese watches a strike catch the inside corner. 91. We've talked about his velocity ticking up. Final start before he went on the DL, he averaged 89. Better than 92 miles per hour fastball average his last time. Not just his best since coming back, but his best of the year.
And if you're averaging above 92, that means you're throwing some 94s. Well, that's a very good sign.
On a 1-1 pitch, curveball is low, and it's 2-1. And you think that the diminished fastball velocity over the first couple months partially explains the reverse splits?
I think so. I think that the fastball location was off, and it was especially off to lefties left up, and you usually see him dominate lefties, but they were dominating the fastball, not the slider or the curveball.
Comes in with a fastball here, and Freese bangs it into left center. That'll bring home Diaz, and the Pirates answer right back. It's 2-1.
Neither one of the balls off of Clayton are hit super hard, but they're hit in the right place. One to right center, this one to left center. Cut the lead in half.
Switch hitting Josh Bell comes up, and so it would reason to follow that as the velocity comes back like we're seeing, you think those reverse splits are going to even out?
I think they will. And I think that what you'll also see is the sharpness of the slider will get better. And when we're talking about a back, that can affect so many things. Location, because you can't get through your pitches. Fastball velocity, because you're really not as loose to twist between the shoulders and the hips and get that torque.
Josh Bell with a broken bat flare that Taylor grabs. 1 out.
Clayton is, one of the most world famous gamers that will go out there, so has a very high pain tolerance and was good enough to pitch, but not good enough to pitch well, and got to a point where they said, between flexibility and whatever discomfort he was having, it's too much. And it started to really show up on left-handers hitting him a lot better, and the fastball velocity getting down. We saw some at 86, 87.
Working hand in hand to produce those numbers. Corey Dickerson with a man on and 1 out in a 2-1 game. It is a left-handed hitter. Missed his location but found the zone. Strike 1. Here are those splits. For his career, just to give you a little bit of context on this, nobody hits him well, but lefties hit 190 against him. And this year, 327.
To be able to extend to the outside corner against lefties low and away, compared to maybe a little stiffness where the ball creeps up and more to the middle or inner half, I think that's the fastball that they were hitting.
I don't know, 1 curve taken in the dirt. And Dickerson has numbers against Kershaw pretty typical of a left-handed hitter that's seen him a bunch. He's 2 for 12 with 8 Ks. A lot of those coming when Dickerson was a Rocky, where he opened his career. Down to the Tampa Bay Rays, now in his first year in Pittsburgh. Swing and a miss, 1-2. A nicely placed slider from Kershaw.
Everybody thinks of velocity as reaction time, but there's another component. It's the reaction time of getting your swing started, meeting the ball, and timing it up. There's also reading time. Longer to read the spin, longer to read the possible location. So the two components work with the fastball velocity, and they also work with the breaking ball velocity. So if the slider is a mile an hour too slower, the hitter's got an extra little moment to say, oh, that slider, I can see the dot a little earlier. Now the ball doesn't break quite as sharp, and they can react to it quicker by reading it quicker.
Kershaw facing one of the best 2-strike hitters in the league this year. Dickerson grounds it past him. At the bag, it's Taylor. A double play. The Pirates get 1, but that's all. To the bottom of the second we go. Kershaw and the Dodgers in front 2-1. A day short of Independence Day at Dodger Stadium. 1 lead to the bottom of the second. Joe, Oral, and Alana, glad you're with us. Hope you're having a great holiday week. Couple fun nights here at Dodger Stadium with fireworks after tonight's game and, of course, tomorrow's. 6, 7, and 8 here in the second. Yasmani Grandal to lead it off. Ivan Nova's first pitch of the second misses badly. And Matt Kemp got most of the headlines for the offense last night. Quietly, though, Grandal reached 5 times. He had 2 hits. He walked 3 times. And the walks had kind of been the issue in June. It completely disappeared on him. A good sign that those had come back. Gets a strike here and lifts it to left. Corey Dickerson for the first out.
Nova's going to have to find some location if he's going to get through this Dodger lineup. He's throwing less than 50% strikes, and that's with almost every pitch. So a guy who relies on his fastball at about 70% of the time, if he's throwing it for balls, he's going to have a tough time getting back into counts with changeups and curveballs that aren't strikes either.
31-year-old in his 9th major league season. Former New York Yankee. Facing Chris Taylor, who also had a good night last night. 3 hits. Takes ball 1. Nova grew up a Yankees fan, and they got to go on and play for his boyhood team. Grew up in a tiny Dominican village, Palenque, Dominican Republic. It's a high line drive to right, sends Polanco back. He leaps and can't get it. It deadens on the bottom of the wall. Chris Taylor has his mind on 3, and with the ball just now retrieved to the infield, he's there easily.
This is well struck as we watch on Carl's cam. Staying down and through it and driving it with the barrel to the wall. Polanco makes an attempt. Chris Taylor was going to third no matter what, so I think that little bobble, it still should be graded a triple. Right about there, when he reaches down to get the ball, you see Chris Taylor on this angle, Ben. He was going to make it no matter what.
So man in third with 1 out. The infield comes in for the Pirates. Kike Hernandez comes up for the Dodgers. Yeah, gets a first pitch fastball outside 1-0. Similar story to last night over the first 2 innings. Last night the Dodgers got 2 in the first. The Pirates got 1 in the second. After that the Dodgers outscored them 15-0. A 1-0. A slider that he can't lay off of, and it's 1-1. It's Nick Kingham, who's the losing pitcher last night. Never could recover from that nightmarish first inning where he committed 2 errors, issued a walk, balked. One and 2. Kike Hernandez more productive this year against right-handed pitching. Half of his career high 14 home runs have come against righties. Typically hits near the top of the order against left-handed pitching, but hitting 8th tonight against the righty Nova. He pushes off 1-2. Hernandez takes it this time, and the count evens.
Every one of the Dodger hitters kind of walking up into the batter's box, a little bit of a puffed out chest, a little bit more of a strut. And the whole team has got a look about them right now because of all the production that they have earned. This is not fake production. They are blistering the ball and feeling good.
On a 2-2. That's outside, full count. It's such a tone set. When the first fastball, first pitch of the game is crushed for a home run. The next hitter, the first strike that he sees, he hits it for a home run. And so that whole philosophy you're talking about in the hitters meeting and the whole plan of the day, it looks like it's the right one Guys coming up looking confident after that. The payoff. Another slider, and he took it for ball 4. Second walk issued by Nova. First and third with one out for Kershaw.
22, Clayton Kershaw.
Well, Dave Roberts could elect to put the sacrifice on, let Clayton go over there and sit on the bench and rest up. He gets the bunt down, or he could decide right here to let him swing away. Looks like Clayton's going to bunt.
Bunted back to the mound. They come home and get Taylor.
It's a play where Chris is going to read, and once Clayton gets the bunt down, it turns into a safety squeeze. Looked like they got him right before he touched the plate. A full out squeeze as you break with the pitcher's kick leg, but waiting till the bunt was put down. A little bit, about 6 inches they got him by. A very nice play by Nova.
To keep it a 2-1 game. First and second now with 2 out, and Jock Peterson stands in. It is 13th home run on the first pitch of the night. 12 of those 13 coming since June 1st. Nova starts him with a curve or a strike.
Well, he wasn't going to throw him another fastball because this is what he did with the first pitch fastball. Jock knew it as soon as it left the bat. He stayed and admired it for about a half a second and hustled around the bases.
Hernandez at second, Kershaw at first. Peterson swings and misses. 0-2.
Back-to-back breaking balls, so you can start to think along with Nova, or you can default to the scouting report, which is 70% fastballs. Jock has been learning more and more to trust in the scouting report and the plan.
Down an 0-2. Gets another curve and takes this one in the dirt for ball 1. Not surprising, huh? First pitch fastball home run. Next time up, 3 straight curves.
If he gets a fastball, it'll probably go up neck high or a 2-seamer in to try and back him off the plate, maybe catch the corner. I don't think they're going to want to throw anything from the middle out if it's going to be firm.
If you go neck high to Peterson, you better not miss just above the letters, because he can get to that too. On a 1-2. Gave him a fastball and flipped off the end of the bat to Dickerson and left. That's that for the Dodgers in the second. We move on to the third. Clayton Kershaw with a 2-1 lead. Two on the score to the third inning, and time now for home field advantage brought to you by Purple Bricks. The Dodgers' record at home during the 5-division title run. They have averaged 21 games above 500 at home over these 5 years. They've been a whole lot better lately, but you can see the bar that's been set for the division titles.
Now with 34 games left here at home, so they want to start extending the above 500 record, and most championship seasons are made out of strong home records and at least 500 on the road.
The lowest over 500 that a division champion has been over the last decade in any division is 5 games. So there's still work to be done here at home over the second half of the year. They're trending in the right direction in this ballpark. 8-hitter Jordy Mercer to lead things off against Kershaw. 2 for 3 last night with a double. He had been slumping. Kershaw starts the inning with a strike at the knees. Curve grounded foul, and it's 0-2. Slider, it's tapped gently to third. Turner will have to hurry, and he gets Mercer. As Kershaw showed Mercer all 3 of his offerings, and 1 away.
MLB at Bat is your #1 Dodger app. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get Dodgers home screen icons and features such as MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcast, stats, news, and more. Download MLB at Bat today.
1 away in the third, and Ivan Nova. Kershaw delivers, gets strike 1. She's done 5 times the first time through the order. And is a different guy, as most pitchers are. And the count begins 0-1. It's 0-2 now.
Getting ahead important for everybody, but so far this season you can see how that has been for Clayton. Paramount.
Just to give you a little context on those slugging numbers, 261 slugging is basically equivalent of Billy Hamilton. So that's what he turns the hitters in when he gets strike 1. The slugging above 500, that's in the Paul Goldschmidt category. So ball 1 makes the hitter the equivalent of Paul Goldschmidt when you look at it that way. 1-2. He's got his first strikeout of the night.
Clayton now with 33 pitches. How far can he go? Well, he started in New York. When he came off, it really was a rehab start. 3 innings, 55 pitches. Then he ended up against the Chicago Cubs, got a no decision, went 5 and 68 pitches. So you can expect him to be able to go maybe 6. I would doubt 7, but I think the pitch count will creep up around 80 or more.
Facing the order for the second time, Austin Meadows. First pitch curve, right down the middle, strike 1. And then a fastball, and it's quickly 0-2. Meadows to left. Jock Peterson has it. Time of night where that could be a tough one up in that area of the lights, but a 1-2-3 inning on just 10 pitches. play looking at last night's and tonight's. He's hit a home run in 4 of his last 7 games now.
He's putting himself into all-star consideration, and with all the Dodgers, including Max, you can take the slow start at the beginning of the year for other guys and then the fast start that Max had when he got his opportunity. We are starting to erase those first 42 games.
Good. Nova brings him a 1-0. And this is inside. Muncy's home run came on a 3-0 pitch. And here he sits at 2-0. For him, the power and the elite plate discipline has kind of worked hand in hand. Lifts this ball to right field. Polanco's back at the wall. Has he done it again? You bet he has. Soak it in, Max. It's real life.
Number 20 on the year. A changeup down. It looks like maybe he's out in front too much off the end of the bat, but no, there is enough range with that fly ball to turn into a home run.
Now Turner turning on this ball and hitting a fly ball to left for Dickerson. And the first out of the 3rd. I mean, come on.
He started off hot. Then we would shake our heads like every time he got a hit, and it continued, kind of like, can this really continue? And now we just say, wow.
On 3 solo homers, 3-1 in the 3rd. Cody Bellinger watches the first pitch curve drop in there. And you start to think, how is the league going to adjust? Because the league always does. But you just keep going back to his command of the strike zone, his understanding of the strike zone. Bellinger slaps it foul. 1-2. It's so much harder to expose a hitter when he doesn't chase.
A pitcher's mentality facing a hot hitter, especially a slugger, is to get him to start to chase. I've got to walk him off the plate. But if the guy takes it, you scare him out of the strike zone, but you bring him right back into the strike zone. If you're able to lay off, control your urge to still want to hit because you're so hot, and take the ball. Ball 1, ball 2. Well, they got to come in now.
Bellinger up along first. That is foul. He's got the highest walk rate in the National League. He's among the leaders in home runs. And you see that combo from the elite of the elite hitters.
He's only 1 off the league lead in home runs. Arenado with 21, Bryce Harper with 21, Max Muncy now with 20.
And Harper and Arenado with 3.5 more weeks in the majors than Muncy. Here comes a 1-2. Bellinger able to put a changeup in play. Diaz with a running throw to get him.
Number 27, Matt.
Nova's had a hard time finding the strike zone. When he has, the Dodgers have made him pay tonight. Ready to face Matt Kemp, who struck out in the first inning, ended his 8-for-8 run, finishing 2 short of the all-time Dodger record for consecutive ABs with a hit. Andre Ethier, the last guy to do it in 2012. One ball, no strikes. Breaking ball ripped on the ground to third. David Freese is there, and that's the inning. But Max Muncy again, his second home run, and as many times up there tonight. After 3, it's 3-1.
Time now for our T-Mobile Hats Off for Heroes, and our spotlight, the one and only, the legend, Tommy Lasorda. He served in the U.S. Army for a couple of years. He was the Dodgers manager for 20 seasons. 2-time World Series champion, of course, the last one being in 1988. 1997 Hall of Fame inductee, so he's certainly all over Cooperstown, and a 2000 Olympics gold medal manager as well, and still one of the best fans in this ballpark. He truly, truly bleeds Dodger blue.
He watches Clayton Kershaw pouring a strike to Josh Harrison. Front row seat for Tommy, what Max Muncy's doing. Quickly 0-2. Harrison flied to center his first time. Kershaw in a groove, working quickly, back home with an 0-2. Going to the outside corner. It drifted over the plate, got soft contact nonetheless. One gone.
See more and more ground balls from Clayton when he gets that slider down where he likes it. That one he was trying to go low and away, but pulled it, but it still had sharp break.
11-year big leaguer, 30 years old now. 3 Cy Youngs. An MVP, you know the resume. One of the greatest the game has ever seen. Gregory Polanco with the bases empty and 1 out. Well, you thought maybe with Polanco's length on that last Muncy home run that just barely made it over the wall. Hold your breath for a moment. With them leaping at the wall, but couldn't quite get it. Ball on a strike. Strike two.
Just out of his reach. That was close.
Tap softly again. Justin Turner. Doesn't matter where he is. The ball's finding him. 5 at 4-3. So since Diaz, who's coming up here, and Freese had back-to-back hits to open the second, that's 7 in a row retired for Kershaw. This is inside, ball one. No swing, 2-0.
It's a nice time to face a guy who got a hit off of you. 2 out, nobody on. Pitch him tough. What you use here, you might not use if the next time you face him, you're in a jam.
Three and one. Three and two.
It's a good battle to come back, fall behind 3-0 on a variety of locations and pitches, and then to come back with 2 heaters, but last one right there had a little cut on it. You won't claim to throw a cutter, but sometimes you naturally cut the ball.
Looking for a 1-2-3-4. Instead, a hard ground ball past a diving Turner and into the left field corner. Peterson on it quickly. A 2-out double for Elias Diaz, who's having a big series and really a big couple weeks since moving into the starting lineup.
You're right about the ball finding Justin Turner no matter where he's at, and this one almost does. They are hugging the line, but it's hit so hard that a step and a dive is still by Justin.
So they try to string it together again with Diaz and Freese, who drove in the lone Pirates run in the second. Starts him with a strike, which has been everything tonight. When he gets first pitch strikes, the batter is 0 for 8. He starts the count with ball one. Pirates are 3 for 5. One and one. Paul Goldschmidt just hit a 3-run home run for the Diamondbacks. They've taken a 4-2 lead on the Cardinals. Dodgers enter the game within a game and a half of Arizona, which has lost 4 in a row. Kershaw to Freese with a 1-1 and a curve taken in the dirt puts Freese ahead.
You mentioned that getting ahead is so key for all pitchers, especially Clayton so far this year. Well, he was ahead 0-1 in this at bat, and what has it allowed him to do, even though the count is 2-1? When he's able to throw 2 curveballs to Freeze, and maybe he chases one. He doesn't, but at 2-1, you're still in the count. If it started 1-0, you probably can't throw those curveballs and get him off your fastball to either side of the plate.
Having a hard time getting on the same page with Grandal here, so to be sure.
We haven't seen much of this year. The visits, and that was 2 in 1 inning.
Closest the Dodgers have gotten to using the whole allotment, down to 2, maybe 1 time. On a 2-1, Freeze watches a fastball for a strike to the outside corner. Two-out double from Diaz, keeping things alive for Pittsburgh here in the 4th. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes on David Freeze, who hits a curveball up the middle for a base hit, and they've combined identically in the 2nd and the 4th. Double Diaz, single to left center Freeze, 3-2.
Clayton's curveball getting hit for less than 200 by the league, but this one Freeze was able to stay on. It was the 3rd one he saw, and maybe the first one he could reach, and he barreled it up.
So the Pirates hanging around, and Josh Bell, the hitter, with 2 out. Swings at the first pitch and a little flare to short left field that Chris Taylor settles under. That's that for the Pirates in the 4th. They get 1 back, and it's 3-2. Time now for the Lowe's whole team together. And what a perfect name for what they did last night. Everybody in the lineup had a hit. They had 6 players with multiple hits. 5 guys reached 3 times. And put it all together. Season high 17 runs on 21 hits. Continue the offense in this one. 3 solo home runs against Ivan Nova, who misses with his first pitch to Grandal. Two and 0.
7 home runs in their last 11 innings. pretty good.
I think that's the same number as that Sunday in New York, right? 2-1.
Matt Kemp had one yesterday in his last at bat, another line drive, but this one high enough to go over the left field wall.
Grandal tomahawks a towering drive to right center field. Polanco to the wall. That one's off the very top of the wall. Grandal is racing around second. Here's Meadows' throw, not in time. Missed a homer by that much. Settles for a triple.
A beautiful swing, and Yasmani thinks he gets enough of it, but boy, it's on a high trajectory, and after he sees the angle, that's when he starts to take off. Muncie's was close, and it made it over. This one, the top of the wall, the edge of the wall and the padding. And Grandal gets the landing gear down and slides safely into third.
That's going to be confirmed, and the Dodgers tonight have 4 hits, 3 homers and a triple. Oh, 5 hits, beg your pardon. 3 homers and 2 triples when you throw in Chris Taylor's.
Number 3, Chris Taylor.
Who's coming up now? That is a very high slugging percentage for the team tonight.
Yes.
It's been good to see Chris Taylor progress out of a bit of a slump. He was 0 for 13 before his second time up last night. Some soft contact, some cheap hits, but then he progressed to lining a triple the other way his last time. He takes ball 1 this time. Ivan Nova is going to have to dig deep on a night where the Dodgers seemingly have him solved because the Pirates bullpen was taxed in game 1. On this 1-0, this is badly again. Ball 3. For the Pirates, what is kind of becoming a lost season as far as competing in the division or the wild card, with them 4 games below 500. This is still a big deal because Ivan Nova should be one of their primary trade chips. A 3-0, and Taylor takes the green light and grounds it foul.
Stocks go up, stocks go down. The Pittsburgh Pirates need their veteran players, have their stock going up going into the trade deadline. And get one more name on the list when you go to make the trade. Maybe a name on the list that you couldn't reach before, but Nova has a few good outings in a row, and now you can get the one you really want.
With Grandal at third, Chris Taylor hits a high drive left center field. The party keeps on going.
Chris Taylor becomes the 7th Dodger this year to record double-digit home runs. That pig is still 1 short. When he does it, it'll be 8. But this home run by Taylor is completely barreled up and was out of here as soon as you heard the crack of the bat.
And so 6 hits for the Dodgers tonight, 4 homers and 2 triples. A strike on Hernandez.
Dodgers have really picked on Nova's fastball. They have swung at 13 of them, and 5 have become hits.
Triples or homers, no less.
Yes.
And early cycle watch at Dodger Stadium. Chris Taylor has triple homer in his first 2 at-bats. On a 1-1 pitch, Hernandez takes it in the dirt. He's gotten close before, Taylor has, in his first season with the Dodgers. Actually finished a single short in a game in Arizona. Tried to bunt for it and almost got it. Almost got it by the pitcher. It's in on Hernandez. Soft ground ball to third. Tough play by Freese. Nice play by Freese.
Been exciting here at Dodger Stadium. Come to Dodger Stadium on Saturday, July 14th at 4:15 when the Dodgers and the Angels face off in their second game of the Freeway Series. Driven by Lexus. Get here early and be one of the first 40,000 fans in attendance and take home a retro-inspired Clayton Kershaw bobblehead. Compliments of Arco. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
And here is Kershaw. You know, the home runs had kind of gone away for a week and a half or so after the 7 home run game in New York. But boy, if they come back in a big way or what in the first 2 games of this series. They've already hit 8 of them, and we're only in the 4th inning of game 2.
This offensive outburst after the 17 runs yesterday feels a lot better than the first game of a doubleheader back at the end of April in San Francisco.
Kershaw to short. Mercer 2 out.
Dodgers scored 15 runs in that game in San Francisco at the end of April and then went into an offensive slump. Went 0-4 after that game. Only scored 2.25 runs per game. So, and the team ended up hitting below 200 in the next 4 games. But looks like whatever they did last night, they're continuing to do it tonight.
One of those 4 home runs came from this man, Jock Peterson. The evolution of this guy has been something to behold. And this year alone. You go from a month of April and into early May where Jock seemed to have that foundation in place. Was walking, was singling a bunch, was avoiding strikeouts better than he ever had. But there was hardly any pop at all. Here he shows bunt and takes ball 1 from Nova. And you hope that he can add in a little bit, right? You don't want to lose the qualities that you'd seen the first month and a half. But you never could have expected what he's done. Maintaining the low strikeout rate, maintaining the ability to hit with 2 strikes, go the other way against the shift, while completely opening it up and hitting 12 of his 13 home runs since June 1st. On this 1-1. He takes it low and away.
So much work has been put in by the hitting department, headed by Turner Ward, creating some really good foundations. And these guys have really bought in. And it's one thing to take a tip. It's another thing to take drills and foundational philosophies and take them into the game every single day after working on them endlessly in the mirror, off the tee, and soft toss and live BP, and then to get to see the results. It's satisfying for everybody, of course, the hitters, but the coaching staff too.
On a 2-2, Peterson grounds it foul. Taylor, the latest to launch one. Two balls, 2 strikes on Jock Peterson. Oh, got clipped by that. Able to get out of the way and avoid the pain, but still takes the base.
They were coming in there, but he wasn't going to miss over the plate. If he was going to miss, it was going to be closer to Jock than it was the inside corner, and it just grazed his jersey.
So up comes Max Muncy, and we said cycle watch for Chris Taylor. Why not have special home run night watch for Max Muncy? 2 at-bats, 2 home runs. Saw this ballpark last September. J.D. Martinez with a 4 home run game. And when a guy who has 20 on the season hits 2 his first 2 times up, well, you stay tuned. Off speed with a strike.
Take a look at the Arco top tier play of the game. There's the 3 balls that Max got, and then on 3-0, 94-mile-an-hour fastball away, crushed. Next at bat, there's the 2 balls to build a 2-0 count, and then the changeup low down the middle that he golfs out of here.
Nova's thinking, what do I got to do? He's crushing the fastball. Now I throw a pretty effective changeup.
Got to believe he's going to see the curveball.
Which he did for strike 1. Here comes an 0-1 pitch. Challenged him with a fastball, and it was fouled back. So we were talking about how he is now 1 short of the National League lead for total home runs. But because he was in the minors for the better part of the first month, he leads the majors in at-bats per home run. Well ahead of the 3 top MVP candidates in the American League. Behind here, Nova brings him in 0-2. Snared at third by Josh Bell. That ball is ticketed for the corner. And the inning comes to an end, but another home run. This one from Chris Taylor. Your Southern California Toyota dealers. It's Toyota's Red, White, and You sales event. Celebrate your independence with a great deal on a new Camry. On this date, 2013, Yasiel Puig was named the National League Player of the Month in his first month in the majors. The first time that had ever happened in that award's history. And giving it away for 55 years at that point. And you see the numbers why he won that award. It's one of the great debut months in the history of the game. In fact, the only player ever to post more hits in his first month than Yasiel Puig was Joe DiMaggio in May of 1936. Corey Dickerson to open the 5th against Clayton Kershaw. strike one. Puig just missed out on the final vote for the All-Star game, even though he got there in early June. Debuted when he was 22 years old. And helped the Dodgers go on that 42-8 run, turning that season around. And starting the run of 5 consecutive division titles. Quickly 0-2. Vince Scully famously remarked after he had 2 home runs, 5 RBIs in his second game. Vince said, "He's not to be believed. This game is not that easy." That's how Yasiel was making it look in those early days. 1-2 on Dickerson. Could use Vin's line on Max Muncy these days. He's not to be believed. This game is not that easy. Dickerson taps it past the glove of Kershaw. Taylor well positioned to get him one out. There's Jordy Mercer. Strike one.
Clayton's starting to turn some numbers around here. After the 4th inning is when he has given up most of his damage this year. So trying to bear down this inning and continue this good outing. ERA after the 4th inning is 4.5. Those first 4 innings his ERA is 2.08. So if you've been dealing with an ailing back and then come off the DL and you're trying to get your endurance back, your pitch count up, it's harder and harder to throw the ball firmly exactly where you want to, get the good break on the off-speed stuff. As he builds the endurance and the strength, he should be back to his old self.
Another soft ground ball at third. Justin Turner, wide throw, but a nice play by Bellinger to step to the base path, 2 out.
Good infields are made up of really good guys at the corners, and here's a combination that works flawlessly. Justin Turner with the charge and the quick release, and then Cody Bellinger with the very nifty stretch.
2 up and 2 down in the 5th inning, and Ivan Nova, who is entering John Lester territory right now. He's 0 for his last 57. Take strike one. He's the lone strikeout victim of Kershaw tonight. He's behind 0-2.
Yeah, I was surprised at watching Pittsburgh's lack of success this year, lack of home run power, that they were so good at not striking out.
Yeah, best 2-strike hitting team in the majors, or in the National League at least.
So in some ways, Clayton's lack of dominance as far as striking guys out in this lineup, they have a very much a 2-strike approach trying to put it in play. And that works just fine as long as they make an out.
Sure.
Strikeouts usually take you a few more pitches to put guys away. So if they want to put it in play a little bit earlier, or for especially weekly, you'll take it.
Especially when you're on a pitch count still. 0-2. Curve got him. 11 pitches for Kershaw to execute that 1-2-3-5 halfway home at Dodger Stadium. and 13 since mid-May. And welcome inside the booth, Joe Davis and Orr Hershiser. You look out at that line score and see 6 hits. 4 of them are home runs and 2 of them are triples.
Well, this team is 14-0 and they go 3+ on the home runs, and you got the ace out there going through 5. Pitch count in control. Looks like he's going to stretch it out. The whole story for tonight is going really well.
The offense for the Dodgers last couple of games has been absurd. I mean, the 17 runs last night, and then individual guys within it that have you shaking your head each night with what Matt Kemp did last night, with what Max Muncy's doing so far tonight.
And it's nice to see the whole lineup contribute. That makes you feel like this can continue. It might not continue with the same exact explosions we've had in the last 2 nights as far as the home run reliance, but we're also seeing guys hit with runners in scoring position too.
Justin Turner to start the 5th against Nova, who missed his spot but found the zone. I mean, even the out that Muncy made to finish last inning, crushed.
It might have had better exit velocity than the changeup home run in his second at bat.
I think you might be right. And then a 2 on Turner.
Just by the eye test, felt like that one was hit just as hard as probably his first home run.
Against Nova, whose next pitch will be his 75th of the night. Turner gets his bat on it. Shallow center. Opens the inning with a single. Finally a single.
All because he keeps the bat in the hitting zone as long as possible, even if it's to the point where the top hand might have to come off to keep extending it. You see Justin with the reach. The top hand has to release at that very last second to get that extra extension.
Bellinger's 0 for 2. After the heart of the order, got it done last night. Not much production from there in this one. Swings away down the left field line, peeling towards the corner. Long way to go for Dickerson, who gets there. Turner tagging, heading for second. He is out. Corey Dickerson, heck of a throw to get Justin Turner. And 2 away in the 5th.
Bob Guerin will make a call and check in with the video coordinator John Pratt to see what they think on that close play at second. A very strong and accurate throw. Justin Turner pushing the back of the envelope right here, but looks like they've got him.
Boy, that's an amazing throw. So a double play and the base is wiped clear.
27.
Two out, Matt Kemp.
We got the data in on Muncy's 3 hard hit balls. First home run 110 miles an hour off the bat. The second home run that we thought was hit weaker, 96 miles an hour off the bat.
That is very weak for a home run.
And then the line drive was actually lower,
which seems crazy.
90.7.
Strike 1 on Kemp.
The eye test and the crack of the bat, but maybe because it just gets to the glove so quick, you think it was hit harder than the home run.
And how Bell kind of had to lunge at it, snow coned it a little bit.
And your eyes have to dart from, home plate to right there, and that's all the action. It just happened like that.
Nova's 0-2, and he gets him swinging with a curve. His best inning of the night. We're through with 5, and the Dodgers lead at 5-2. Dodgers baseball is brought to you by the Southern California BMW Centers. Hurry in today for the BMW Summer On Sales event for exceptional offers. Details at SoCalBMW.com. And by Jack in the Box. Try the $4.99 Jack's Spicy Chicken Club Combo with toasted sourdough. New from Jack in the Box. Back in Los Angeles, Dodgers trying to make it 3 consecutive wins. They lead this one 5-2 as we march along to the 6th. Clayton Kershaw allowed a run in the 2nd and a run in the 4th. 2 Ks tonight, no walks. 3rd time through the order begins here. Austin Meadows fouling it off. 23-year-old National League Rookie of the Month in his debut month. Hit 5 home runs in his first 14 games. He's not hit one in the month plus since. It's a high fly ball here. Center field. Kike Hernandez settles under it. And makes the catch. 1 out. You mentioned 3rd time through the order. It has been a rough spot for Kershaw this year. Obviously, we talk about this pretty much every night. He's not alone. This is kind of the standard across the league.
He used to buck that trend, not this year so far, but I really see a lot of good signs from him. In the strike zone, effective, both breaking pitches working, and location is getting more and more refined that we are so used to from him. 68 pitches. Evens the total with his last start against Chicago. Now gone an extra out with those same 68 pitches.
Josh Harrison hits a warm burner to short for Chris Taylor. High throw, and it brought him off of the bag.
Chris ends up really throwing this ball too hard, just kind of eased it over there, but because he had good velocity on it with his amazingly strong arm, it stays in the air so long. And Cody was trying to figure out, am I going to get down on the bag quick or should I reach around and tag him? And when he sees Harrison right there, he's got to only go for the bag. He can't go for the tag.
They're going to challenge this, and I think he's going to be out.
That's an outstanding job by Cody Bellinger, making the correct decision right there. It looks like he is out.
Quick. Out. I think reviews for the most part have been pretty quick this year. Seems quicker. Just knee-jerk reaction. Quicker than they have been in recent years.
So I reversed my analysis. You know, the strong arm of Chris Taylor there got the ball in time to make that review positive for the Dodgers.
Nailed it. 2 out and Polanco. Next pitch will be number 70 for Kershaw. Dave Roberts said in the neighborhood of 6 innings, 90 pitches. 1 ball, no strikes. That one finds the zone. So does that one. And then a slider low and away. That strike 2 pitch, that fastball to the inside corner, was not a place when he was not feeling himself that he was comfortable attacking.
Well, the velocity was down. And the location was a little bit more up even when he didn't want it there.
Fly ball off the end of the bat in left field. Jack Peterson 8-pitch sixth for Clayton Kershaw. To the bottom half we go.
An opportunity for a really cool prize, if you will. It's time for the 4th annual Dodgers Spouses Mystery Bag Fundraiser. Now, the gates open at about 2 o'clock. You can start purchasing already at that point. Dodgers spouses and significant others are going to join you throughout the stadium with these mystery gift bags. So you have an opportunity for a $50 donation to the Los Angeles Dodgers Foundation to do a grab bag signed by players, coaches, and authenticated with a certificate of authenticity. All, of course, going to the Dodgers Foundation for great causes within our community.
Good stuff, Alana. Bottom 6, Dodgers 5, Pirates 2, Ivanova. The Yasmani Grandal with ball 1. Kershaw has reached the 6-inning limit that Dave Roberts said before the game, but still well short of the 90 pitches. Be interesting to see if he is out there for the 7th. On this 1-1, Grandal watches it spin in for a strike. Tripled off the very top of the wall his last time up and scored on Taylor's home run. On this 1-2, takes it in the dirt, 2-2. Get the sense Yasmani could be ready for one of his patented hot streaks. When he gets going, he can carry a team. High fly ball, right center field. That ball is out of here. Home run, Grandal. What is Turner Ward doing? Whatever he wants at this point.
Yasmani passed your eye test about maybe just about to get hot. Now a triple and a home run, and all smiles in that Dodger dugout right now. Dave Roberts having a quick chat with the big fella after that home run, checking in to see how he feels. And looks like Clayton said, "I'm fine."
Chris Taylor now, who has a triple and a homer tonight. We look back at Grandal's on our Morongo slow-mo cam.
Beautiful swing. Look at Turner Ward. You don't see that emotion usually. Usually it's the players coming up with the emotion, giving him hugs and Yasiel Puig kisses. Turner getting in a little action.
5 home runs tonight. 5 homers and 2 triples. A 1-1. Chopper foul. They are bludgeoning teams.
Six runs in the last game against Colorado. 17 last night, and now 6. Still early.
How about this note? The Pirates franchise started in 1887. Ivan Nova is the first pitcher in franchise history to allow 5 home runs in one game. (1887).
That's surprising.
Agreed.
You would think a starting pitcher is having a really, really terrible night, maybe give up 2 or 3 early, and now the pen comes in, and okay, 2 more in a night when the wind's really blowing out, or the pitchers are really bad.
Taylor strokes a line drive to deep center field. Meadows won't get to it. Up against the wall, and he's going to have an opportunity at a cycle tonight. Triple homer double for Chris Taylor through 6 innings.
More at bats to come, and Chris Taylor is so hot. When you get a single away from a cycle, you can start to overshadow all those home runs.
And again, Taylor 2 years ago was in this same spot. Needed a single for the cycle and tried to bunt his way aboard. Almost got it. Stay tuned. He's going to have at least one more opportunity. That's going to spell the end of Ivan Nova's night. 5 home runs, 2 triples, and a double. And a double switch coming here. Max Moroff will enter the game. And so with the Pirates bullpen momentarily. Glenn Hurdle takes it from him on a rough night. Dovydas Neverauskas. Oral, you can practice during the break.
Series driven by Lexus when the Dodgers and the Angels face off at Dodger Stadium on July 13th through July 15th. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/tickets.
Nice. Now, tell me about this guy.
It's a right-handed pitcher, very tall, big, thick, strong body, and ERA this season has not been good. hitters are hitting a little over 300 off of him.
Had a break to practice.
I am not good.
Dovidas
Neverauskas.
got it.
Thank you.
Trust it. Trust your stuff.
Neverauskas me that again.
Kike Hernandez after the homer from Grandal and the double from Taylor. Swings at the first pitch, sends a skyscraper to center. Way back there, and gone again!
Baseball euphoria right now here at Dodger Stadium. This place is rocking.
On the first pitch that Neverauskas throws, Kike Hernandez clubs the 6th home run of the night for the Dodgers. And now Chase Utley takes strike one.
Low fastball. He goes down and gets it. And like his teammates, there's a lot of them that know it's gone as soon as they hit it.
He hit that one too. That's big boy territory out there on those tarps. One ball and 2 strikes. Utley can't lay off, and he's the first out of the 6. As Clayton Kershaw's night officially ends with that pinch hit appearance. But why stray from the script when you have an 8-2 lead? Kershaw with another solid night and another step closer to having the leash taken off.
Well, you can build your endurance just as much by staying a little short of it, getting a little bit more rest, understanding that everything is good. Build that strength that way. Clayton's got a really fine opportunity to get his 2nd win of the year.
Peterson has one of those 6 long balls on the first pitch tonight. Well, wasn't that a sign of things to come? He comes out of himself there. Nothing in 1. We discussed probably about a month and a half ago, when they're starting to come out of the slow start to the season, how it kind of felt at times like Game 7 had never ended. You know, all the build-up, all the hype around it, all the excitement when the first pitch is thrown, but then just kind of a thud. And that's kind of how the first couple months of the year felt. Just playing through a fog at times. That fog has lifted, and the party has started. The first couple days of July. 2-1. $25 runs on 31 hits in the 2 games in this series. including 10 home runs.
Combined with some really good pitching, especially the starters. Alex Wood, 6 innings and only 1 earned run yesterday. Clayton Kershaw now 6 innings, only 2 earned runs.
Peterson down on strikes, 2 away.
Really appreciate Clayton and the effort he likes to put in every 5th day for his team. He loves to be out there in the 7th, 8th inning. He wants to finish every game, but I think it's a very prudent decision right here by Dave Roberts and Clayton to just say, you know, enough's enough for now. We're heading in the right direction. Why push it?
So Guillermo Garcia will handle the 7th. Muncy already 2 home runs tonight. 20 this season, places him 3rd in the National League. Tries to lay off and does, and he's ahead as he often is, 2-0. Ball 3.
Neverauskas has hit 100 miles an hour. That slider right there at 93 pulled into the ground, but as far as potential, tremendous amount of potential on the mound.
First major leaguer born and raised in Lithuania. Fires a strike, hitting 98. His dad coaches youth baseball and coached some of the national teams there. One of the big promoters of the sport in Lithuania. Had to go to Italy to have any real fields, real mounds to play on. Didn't have any in Lithuania. A check swing tapper. Long way for the throw, and it's not in time to get Muncy, who's got his 3rd hit of the night. And remember, he's a great play from Josh Bell at first, away from having a 4-hit performance.
His full swings have gone over the wall. His line drives at people. This little half swing chopper to the left side beats the shift, and David frees his arm.
You know, in broadcasting football, you have spotters because players are all over the place.
Right. They're changing positions
exactly.
as they shift.
Yeah. We're beginning to
need spotters.
Need spotters for baseball with all the shifting. Turner with 2 out. Takes ball 1.
And then hockey's so fast you can't use a spotter.
Yeah, you don't have time.
And you barely can see their numbers, so you got to read the body language and which lines play together.
Speaking of, we have Kings TV voice Alex Faust hanging out tonight. Two 2-0. Runaway beach ball. Turner's got a hit and a walk tonight. Hitting close to 400 in his last 10 games. A home run count against a pitcher providing the power at 2-0. Rips one down the line. It's hooking to the corner and foul.
Talked about the pitcher providing the power. Justin just a little out in front of it. I thought right off the bat, that's got a chance to really stay fair because of the velocity on the mound. He still had the quick hands to get him through, and wishes he wasn't quite that quick.
Kershaw smiles tonight. Well, according to plan, and we got some run support. 8-2, bottom 6 on a night where they've hit 6 home runs. Muncy at first with 2 away, and a 2-1 pitch to Turner. Rides in by the hands at 99, 3-1. Okay. On a 3-2, Turner fouls it into the glove for strike 3, and the inning is over. But it includes 2 more home runs. Yasmani Grandal with his 12th of the season, a solo shot. And then it was Kike Hernandez. Brady Neverauskas with a 2-run shot of his own. Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Carl's Jr. The tempting El Diablo Thick Burger has returned to Carl's Jr. Pick it up before it's gone.
Tomorrow, celebrate America's birthday with family and friends at Dodger Stadium when these boys in blue meet the Pittsburgh Pirates for the last of the 3-game series at 5:10. Remember that. Stay after the game to enjoy a special Independence Day fireworks show presented by Budweiser. It'll be the best one in town. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Amy Garcia on to pitch the 7th with the Dodgers in front, 8-2. Heart of the order for Pittsburgh, Elias Diaz. Doubles and has scored the 2 Pirates runs. Live fastball there, 0-2.
Yimi Garcia looking for that consistent production now out of the bullpen that we really came to expect when he was healthy. This is a guy with 93 big league innings, 95 strikeouts in that time. He's a strike thrower. Strikeout to walk ratio over 6.
Well, how about that hesitation? I thought my monitor was broke.
That's his flamingo imitation. Went from full hesitation to a little Johnny Cueto Louis Tiant twist.
Now we just need the Johnny Cueto rocking chair. Have you seen the picture going around social media of Johnny Cueto wearing a hat? Of Johnny Cueto wearing a hat?
No, I have not seen it.
It's like Inception. You've seen Inception, right?
No.
Oh.
See, I can't keep up with you on some of this stuff.
You should see that one.
All right.
It's not a comedy. It's gonna blow your mind.
I'm gonna watch it tonight. Netflix.
I bet it's on there. It's a long one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to need to really lock in.
Okay.
And that does kind of remind me, though, what many of us are wondering.
Yes, I did.
Okay, 3-2. It backs up on him, but caught the corner. Garcia gets a strikeout to open the 7th. So, yes, you did listen to Korn.
I did.
What'd you think?
I listened to about 3 or 4 songs. The hardest rock and roll song I think I heard was it Freak on a Leash?
Oh, yeah, that's one of them.
I like the best. I like Word Up best, and Another Brick in the Wall.
Wow. I'm so proud, buddy.
Yeah. It kind of reminded me in my day of like Black Sabbath.
Just a little more modern take on it.
Yeah.
David Freese with 1 out. Turns on it. High fly ball. Deep left field. Peterson to the wall. David Freese has driven in all 3 Pirates runs tonight. Couple of singles and now his 5th home run.
Fastball right down the middle, and David Freese does not miss it. He knew right away. He pointed at somebody over by their dugout. I don't know if a fan was getting on him a little bit, and he pointed at him like, yeah, watch that.
So 8-3 the score, and Josh Bell takes a rip and misses.
He's staring somebody down, pointing at him, and then after it crossed the plate, he did it again.
First run the Dodger bullpen has allowed since Friday. Bell with a lazy fly ball to center. Kike Hernandez for out number 2. And so just in conclusion, is Korn now part of your playlist?
Not to go home and relax, but if I was going to make another workout tape, I guess it's not a tape now, it's a playlist.
But the last time you made one, it was probably a tape, right?
Last time I made one, it was no,
to
it was
work out.
No, the iPods were out with the clicking as you went around. The little ones, the skinny ones. I used to kind of Velcro it to the Versa Climber and had the You know, back then my fastest song on there was "We Didn't Light the Fire" by Billy Joel.
Okay.
On that one, that got me going on the Versa Climber.
Dickerson with 2 out takes a high fastball. Korn doesn't really strike me as a Versa Climber song.
Just kind of a weightlifting motivation.
For sure.
Get into
next
those
time
last
you're
reps.
benching.
Yeah.
Next time you're benching, you can do that.
When will that be?
Garcia to Dickerson, 1-0. A little bit outside, ball 2.
Dieter just dropped a little Billy Joel on us.
Oh.
Start the fire. It was only burning since the world's been turned. We didn't start the fire.
Leave it to Dieter, please.
Got ripped by the critics a lot, that song, when it came out. I really liked it. A lot of the critics said, oh, he just took pop culture and made it into a long list with rhythm. I was like, I love the song.
Yeah, love pop culture.
And I could get entranced in it as you're working out and kind of get away from the pain of your body by just getting into the beat so much that
he's back
you
at
continue
it
on.
Here. He's playing it again.
I'm going to stop talking because I want to hear it.
Listen to Dieter.
Yeah. Do it again, Dieter.
He can't. The pitch is about to come, but I bet afterwards he will. Yeah. 2-1. Go ahead, Dieter.
Very good.
Another 2-2. Another foul ball. How long before Dieter starts sending invoices to our bosses as part of the broadcast?
I would recommend that he doesn't do that.
He just hit the drum thing. Hey, Dieter. Hey, DJ. Hey, Todd. Garcia strikes out Dickerson, and yes, that's 3, Asmani. Inning over. Baby on the way. Congratulations. Well, with Chris Taylor a single shy of this cycle entering the late innings, we throw it back to the last Dodgers cycle on our Carl's cam. It's Bellinger due to start this inning. And July 15th last year in Miami, the 3rd cycle in LA Dodger history in his 72nd game in the majors. The 10th one in franchise history overall. There are only a few in Brooklyn. Joining Wes Parker, Orlando Hudson. Got a triple in his last at bat. And the first pitch that he saw. Here he takes ball one from Neverauskas. Cycling is something that guys like Hank Aaron, Ken Griffey Jr., Barry Bonds, Babe Ruth never did. One and one. LA Dodger history, 3 cycles. First one in Dodger history, period. We go back to Brooklyn. Was from a guy named Tom P. Burns in 1890. Tom's nickname was Oyster because he sold shellfish in the offseason. Tom was 5'8", really irritating. Newspaper once said that he was the noisiest man that ever played for Brooklyn and had a voice like a buzzsaw. Tom P. Burns, the Oyster. Two one. One night after Bellinger and Kemp combine on a huge night. They're both 0 for 3. On a 3-1. He takes ball 4. And has a leadoff walk in the 7th. JT Chagua getting loose. Here's Kemp. Chris Taylor due up in 2 spots. Single shy of the cycle. Kemp hacks at a fastball and misses. One and one. Last night, middle of the order. Tonight, bottom of the order. 6 through 8. Combined 3 home runs, 2 triples, and a double. On a 1-1 delivery, Matt Kemp watches it spin outside, ball 2. Two balls and 2 strikes. About to go final in Phoenix with the Diamondbacks ahead of the Cardinals 4-2. So it looks like the Dodgers will need to win to keep pace with Arizona at a 1.5 games back. Now, the Giants went into Phoenix and probably saved their season. But it looks like the Rockies are doing the same thing to the Giants with the Giants in Colorado. The Rockies winning 8-1 tonight. Taking the first 2 games of that series. 4 of the last 5. Full count.
Trying to get Matt to nibble on those breaking balls. Off-speed pitches are, his batting average is just over 100. You can kill the fastball.
Chased a fastball here, and he's the first out of the 7th.
Enter number 9, Yasmani Grandal.
Grandal coming to life for the Dodgers tonight. He's got a triple, just barely missed a home run. It was off the very top of the wall. And then he got one that he didn't miss. Dropped in for his 12th home run. His triple, by the way, was his first one in 2 years, the 4th of his career. Two balls, no strikes.
Catching combo, if you can get just the right equation of workload where Austin Barnes starts to get hot and comfortable at the plate, outstanding defensively. Yasmani starts to feel really good and hot at the plate. And all of a sudden, you can keep them both healthy, you can keep them both rested, you can play them against who you want. And I think it'll be very important for Yasmani and the workload for Austin to come along and to really start to feel comfortable in the batter's box again this year.
On a 2-1, Grandal watches ball 3 sail in there. And not a lot of positions key for this team. And you look at the way Dave Roberts has managed aggressively, defensively late for Matt Kemp in left. Getting him days off when he can. Trying to play the long game with his entire roster. And thankfully for him, he has such flexible pieces to allow him to do that. Full count. Grandal hits it foul by the bag. And we'll do the 3-2 again. With Chris Taylor waiting on deck. Needing a single for the cycle. Another 3-2 on the way. Just misses for ball 4. Grandal aboard for the 3rd time tonight. Here comes Chris Taylor, and here's what he's done so far tonight.
In the 2nd, in the 4th, and in the 6th, starts the night off with a 3-bagger. Ball caroms off. He was not stopping at 2nd. The next one, boy, did he launch a low fastball and elevate it out of here to left field. All right, now you're thinking possible cycle. What's he need now? A double and a single. Well, he erases the double quickly in the next at-bat. And now for the 4th at-bat. All that hangs between him and the cycle is a single.
27-year-old in his 5th season in the majors. We mentioned July 15th, 2017, Cody Bellinger hits for the cycle. It was July 15th, 2016 that Taylor fell a single short. And I hear July 3rd, 2018, could it be the day that he joins that short list of Dodgers to hit for the cycle? Regardless of what happens, he's 6 for 8 in this series after an 0 for 12 slide.
David Freese giving him room there at 3rd base, and he did attempt a bunt for a hit when he fell short.
And you know that he's at least thought about that. Here we go. 2 on with 1 out. And Chris Taylor takes a breaking pitch for a strike. You could also understand if he's thinking to himself, well, I've been in this spot once before. I tried to bunt and it didn't work. Can I live with myself if I try to bunt again and it doesn't work? Swings and misses, and it's 0-2. Checks his swing and stays alive.
Success or failure, some players will tell you, I wasn't thinking about it. Really didn't even realize it. I think they all know, and they're all pulling for him on the bench, and they're all thinking about it.
One ball and 2 strikes. Here comes. Fouled off.
He had one to hit right there. Supposed to be a slider moving from right to left. Ends up being a slider that just kind of cement mixes as the spin is there. And they call it a cement mixer because you see those big machines and it's just spinning around but going nowhere. That's what a slider does when it's bad. It spins and just doesn't break.
Got a piece of it and lives to see another 1-2 pitch. Taylor floats it foul. Acquired in 2016, straight up for Zach Lee. Over from the Seattle Mariners. Once the minor league player of the year in the Mariners system. The bat never got going in the majors there. Struggled some defensively. And they figured that he had pretty much peaked and was a 4A player. And they made that trade. On a 1-2 pitch. He strikes out swinging. We'll have to hope for his buddies to string some hits together to get him to the plate again tonight.
He'll remember the backup slider that did nothing as far as the pitch to hit. And that one right there is hittable, but it's also 96 on the inner half.
So 2 on, 2 out, and Kike Hernandez, who has one of the 6 Dodger home runs tonight, did it on the first pitch that Neverauskas threw tonight. Lays off the high fastball. Bellinger and Grandal both walks in this inning. Hernandez ahead 2-0. One more game in this series tomorrow. It should be a fun day at Dodger Stadium on the 4th of July. Rich Hill for the Dodgers. Great American, Rich Hill. On Independence Day, Joe Musgrove for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Two and one. And just a reminder, that is 2 hours earlier than normal. 5:10 first pitch. Did go around, and it's 2-2. On a 2-2 pitch, Hernandez gets under it on the right side of the infield. Josh Bell. Instead, Max Moroff makes the catch. And the inning is over. We've played 7. They've had plenty to cheer about at the Yard tonight. It's 8-3 to the 8th. Before this 8th inning begins, we check into the guys in studio for a preview of Access Sportsnet Dodgers.
All right, thanks, Joe. 6 more homers tonight for the Dodgers. That's 10 in 2 games against the Pirates. Ned, is that any good?
That is pretty good, John, I think, right?
Decent. Yeah. Well, Ned and Jerry, they're going to be talking a lot of homers after the show. Plus, we'll hear from Clayton Kershaw coming up. Stay with us.
Who is in position to win this game? As JT Chagua comes on to pitch for the first time since late May. Down to Oklahoma City for the month of June and back up.
Fixed some things down there. Had really lost a little bit of his location. The run on the fastball was leaking off the plate. Needed to get that so it would go down more and find a little better command with the slider. Outstanding spring training. Got off to a very hot start at the beginning of the season. Kind of hit a wall. Went down to AAA and looks like he has fixed it down there. He was 1-0 with a 1.8 ERA.
Bottom part of the order, it's Jordy Mercer to lead it off, and he taps it foul. Hey, just a correction. We were talking tomorrow's game. Joe Musgrove has actually been scratched with an infection in his finger. And the Pirates have not announced who will start in his place. Rich Hill good to go. $48,819 the attendance tonight. Everybody excited for the fireworks to follow. That's what they came for. One and two.
If I had an opportunity to wear these commemorative socks the guys are wearing, I would definitely wear my pant legs up with that white you can put on the left leg as a right-handed pitcher. A little more white there. You can have solid white or you can have flashy red. I like the flash there.
A strikeout of Mercer to mark his return to the majors.
It'd be a little bit more distracting to the hitter to see that come up there compared to a solid like the blue on the backside. You can flash some stars at him too.
Yeah. If you got it, flaunt it. That's a bumper sticker on your car, right?
No.
No, that wasn't yours. Okay. Max Moroff with one out.
I've seen it though.
Yeah. 1 ball and no strikes. JT Chargois, when he came over to the Dodgers from Minnesota this spring, he was in awe. There was like a boyish enthusiasm about everything he was experiencing. Said this place is crazy. It's awesome. It's like Disney World or something. I think he used the words bright and merry to describe Dodgers camp.
Got kidded a little bit about that.
Yeah. Good movement on that fastball, in for a strike, 2-1.
A little extra concentration coming from the hitters when you got the red and white flashes coming at you with the leg kick. Get it by them and make them see stars.
I like it. Moroff came on last inning in a double switch. Or 2 innings ago. And on a 3-1 pitch, he hits a fly ball to center field. Kike Hernandez hardly has to move. 2 up and 2 down.
Friday on an all-new Backstage Dodgers, go behind the scenes of Puig's annual Wild Horse Charity Poker Tournament. Plus, Kershaw hosts a charity event of his own with a surprise performance from a country music star. Don't miss Backstage Dodgers, presented by Cadillac. Friday after the postgame show on Sportsnet LA.
Leadoff man Austin Meadows. 1 for 7 in this series now. The Dodgers winning 17-1 last night and extending the offense tonight. 8-3 they lead as Meadows takes the ball. Two and 0. Meadows, former 9th overall pick. Went to high school in Georgia. Was going to go to Clemson to play. But when the Pirates took him that high, decided to sign a pro deal. 2-1.
Nice tailing action on that fastball. That will lock up a lot of left-handed hitters. In at the belly button, tail back to the corner.
Same action to it, the same result, a strike, 2-2. JT stands for John Thomas. Chargois. The Sulphur, Louisiana. It's in the southwest part of the state near the Texas border. On a 2-2. He gets him swinging. And JT Chargois with a 1-2-3 inning and his return to the bigs. Monday game summary with the Dodgers hitting 6 home runs tonight to lead 8-3 to the bottom of the 8th. Starling Marte is in the game in center field, and Felipe Vasquez in the game to pitch.
He struck out all 3 batters he faced in his last outing. Had his 17th save. Dodgers haven't seen him in this series, of course. Got an electric fastball.
Formerly Felipe Rivera delivers strike 1 to Logan Forsythe, who bats to open the 8th. Changed his last name from Rivera to Vasquez, so he could have the same last name as his sister, who he's very close with. Doesn't have quite the same season that he did last year. He's still a guy that the Pirates, if they're going to deal him, they're going to have to be blown away by the offer, because he recently signed a very team-friendly deal. One and 2 on Forsythe.
Your fastball averages over 97 miles an hour. It's electric, and he's got a change up at 88 and a curveball at 80, and actually has a slider also at 85. So a 4-pitch guy at the back end of a bullpen.
He gets Forsythe, 1 gone.
In some ways, with that fastball and the ability to spin the ball a little bit, you don't need 4 pitches. Especially if you're only going to throw an inning, but it's comforting to him to know that you can go to him every once in a while.
Originally signed with the Tampa Bay Rays, they traded him to the Nationals, and then he got to the Pirates at the deadline 2 years ago for Mark Melancon. Austin Barnes sitting with 1 out in the 8th inning. The Dodgers ahead 8-3. Fastball whistles in at 99, strike 1. One and 1. Yasiel Puig, who had the night off out of the starting lineup, will bat after Barnes. Speaking of the Nationals, Vasquez having come over from there, you know, Washington has lost 16 of its last 21 games, and they're
very surprising.
7 games back.
Wow. Long way to go for them, but uneasy that they could be that bad over that course of time.
Full count on Barnes. The Braves are 49-35 in first. Phillies are 2.5 back. And then the Nationals, with this 5-16 run, are now 500. Payoff. Back-to-back Ks for Vasquez. Here comes Puig.
Hitter number 66, Yasiel Puig.
Well, Chris Taylor joined the double-digit home run club earlier tonight. Puig is the next guy on that list. Took ball one low. 100.
Vasquez gets traded into a pennant race. I don't think the adrenaline will have to increase his velocity.
No, you're right about that.
He'll be just fine if he just finds a little bit more location. Yasiel has had some exciting times here at Dodger Stadium in the last few days, and he's been the one that's caused the excitement with the defense in the right field corner, with some throws from there to directly to home plate that have oohed and awed the fans. Coming in from third with the ball still in the infield. Head first slide to score.
Soft bouncing ball to short for Jordy Mercer, who throws him out and sends us to the 9th inning. The Dodgers 3 outs away from a 3rd straight win. Sportsnet LA is brought to you by El Pollo Loco. Introducing new Loco Kickin' Chicken from El Pollo Loco. Fresh from the grill. Eric Adell's on to pitch the 9th inning with the Dodgers ahead of the Pirates 8-3.
Eric has fallen on a little bit of a rough time here. Was so good when he first joined the Dodgers for a long time, but right here, not a mop-up inning for him. Even though it's 8-3, I think it's an inning for him to go out there and regain a little bit of his confidence.
And he will face Starling Marte, who's trying to do the same thing. Marte will pinch hit to open this inning, making his first at-bat in several days. This is something that Clint Hurdle did with Andrew McCutchen a couple times when he was a Pirate, and that is give several days off in a row to a slumping player just to totally wipe the slate clean. In Marte's case, 167 over his last 15 games. That's a reason why. The 28-year-old in his 7th major league year, Marte. Swings and misses at the first one. Two years ago, Marte was an all-star at 3'11", one of the most exciting outfielders in the National League. And then last year, suspended 80 games for positive PED test. When he was active, wasn't very good. Takes a strike 1 and 2. Got him swinging. One away in the ninth.
Good start with the fastball strikeout right there, locating it. Got the correct half of where the ball was supposed to be and hit the hole.
And Gregory Polanco with one out. Strike one. Dodgers on the verge of moving to 30-13 since they had fallen 10 games below 500 in mid-May. Bears repeating that it was the same date and the same context that they started the run last year, avoiding a sweep on the road, starting a 69-18 stretch last year. This year they avoided a sweep on the road at Miami to begin that stretch we're talking about. On a 1-1 pitch to Polanco, breaking pitch, caught the generous outside corner, 1-2.
Most runs the Dodgers have scored in a series this year, 33 in Colorado. They're now at 25. So if they match their total tonight, tomorrow they tie that. The way they're swinging the bat, I think they go for a shot to have a new season high.
Yeah, why go for the tie? Set the bar higher. 2 up and 2 down, and a pair of strikeouts for Eric Goodell.
Pittsburgh tomorrow will face their third left-handed starter in a row from the Dodgers. Alex Wood with a solid 6 innings. Clayton Kershaw with a nice 6 innings here tonight. And tomorrow, Rich Hill try to continue his dominance that he has started to really get back on track.
Elias Diaz is combined with David Freese to produce all the offense in this game for the Pirates. Diaz 2 doubles, 2 runs. Freese drove in all 3, including a solo shot. Dodgers would be 46-39 if Goodell could wrap up this final out. Deep breath and an 0-1. Fouled off, strike 2. It's another power display tonight for this offense. 6 home runs. Fouled hard off of Grandal. We'll do it again. That's it. Goodell strikes out the side in the 9th inning. The Dodgers have won their 3rd in a row.
That puts them 1 game over 500 in this homestand. And tomorrow with a win, that would be their 6th series sweep of the year.
Time for the player of the game, brought to you by Lexus. Another tough choice tonight. Max Muncy hits 2 home runs but won't win it. It'll be Chris Taylor who finishes a single shy of this cycle. It's his 10th home run of the season, double and a triple as well, as the Dodgers as a team bang out 6 more home runs. And in this series, they've scored 25 runs on 32 hits, including 10 home runs. For Oral Hershiser, Alana Rizzo, and the rest of our crew, Joe Davis saying so long from Dodger Stadium. Around the first pitch of the night, Jock Peterson homered, and they kept on coming from there. Series finale tomorrow at 5. Rich Hill for the Dodgers as they go for the sweep. For now, stay tuned. It's Access Sportsnet Dodgers, presented by your Southern California Ford dealers.